In this section, we address the question as to how these patterns are developed, whether it occurs through an expanding network with each individual interacting with new individuals, or discrete subgroups linked by specific individuals who play a broker role by fusing together different groups of individuals. The role of broker, who fuses together different networks, may be best carried out by those individuals with weak ties to social groups. Granovetter argues that individuals weakly bound to multiple groups are more able to fuse those groups together than are individuals strongly bound to an individual group. Those individuals having stronger ties are more likely to form self referential groups, especially when compared to those having weak ties with a variety of different groups. These individuals will be more likely to build bridges between groups, allowing for the transfer of ideas, innovations, emotions, persons, and even pathogens. In other words, with the scaling up of small to larger networks through the process of fusioning, weak ties may be more likely for the aggregation and functioning of larger social organizations that are not already aggregated through social technologies such as hierarchical organizations. These social organizations include, but not limited to, political parties. One of the key things to consider with groups, especially groups that allow for a comparatively easy entry such as political parties, is how followers commit to the group itself. Keller's taxonomy of followership commitment provide a means to identify the level of commitment any one individual might have. First, we have the isolates who are apathetic and are not involved in the group at all. At the next level, the bystanders show little or no commitment to a specific group, often by taking a neutral position when questions are raised. On the other hand, participants, activists, and diehards are involved with the group, albeit at different levels of intensity. Participants practice moderate levels of commitment to the group, with the next highest level, the activists, being highly engaged and consistently working hard. Finally, the most committed of all followers are the diehards. The diehards show dedication and devotion that is all-consuming, with a connection that defines who they are and what they do. In other words, their social identity largely derives from them being followers. A major question is, how do individuals become part of a group in the first place? And how are levels of connection to the group through time and resource investment increased? There are multiple ways leaders obtain higher levels of support from followers, often by their using well-tried sales techniques, which have been laid out by Robert Cialdini in his classic book, Influence: The Psychology of Persuasion. The first approach is the foot in the door technique, where one individual starts by making small requests, then increases the amount and exactness of demands. The next approach is that of the bait and switch, in which agreement is obtained for carrying out a specific task. Then the terms of arrangement are changed to increase the level of demand and how much personal investment is made. Flattery is a means by which we are very familiar. Once followers have been described in glowing terms, the big ask is made of the followers, whether their investment of time, energy, or resources. When we consider reasons for followership, three appear to predominate and can be seen in a type of follower there is. According to evolutionary leadership theory, maintaining and strengthening group cohesion, addressing uncertainty in the environment, as well as possibility for emulating a leader, are major reasons for following a leader. While we don't expect a pure form of follower, these three different reasons for followership might explain why and how followers follow. Specifically, we expect apprentices to emulate the leader in hopes of becoming a leader themselves, or they may seek wisdom or guidance from the leader as a disciple in hopes of applying this knowledge elsewhere. Supporters are those who follow leaders because of their personal attraction to them, with this being a more emotional attachment than any of the other types of followership. Loyalists are those who value group cohesion above all, so will follow whoever the leader is, as that individual is seen as reflecting the social identity of the group. Finally, subordinates stick with the group just out of the hope of reducing uncertainty.